Welcome to Access 7 sports coverage of the North American Indigenous Games. Today we are at Optimist Park in Regina watching Team Saskatchewan take on Team California in under-17 baseball action. Be sure to tune in all week to Access 7 or watch online at www.myaccess.com or .ca/NAIG for sports, culture, and nightly wrap-up show. As we said, today we have Team Saskatchewan playing Team California here in under-17 men's baseball. On the mound, we have number 12 from Regina, Saskatchewan, Josh Montana. Behind the plate, we have number 16, Joseph Cerna, also from Regina, Saskatchewan. On first base, we got Darian Gamble from Beardy's First Nation playing first. On second base, we have Samuel Felix. On third base, we got Talon Desjardins from Regina, Saskatchewan. Playing shortstop, we got Chase Pelche from the Cowes' First Nation. Playing left field from Onion Lake, Julian Gamble. Playing right field, Landon Amiot. Playing center, Carter Crow. Up to bat, we have Floyd Tord from Team California with the opening pitch here. Got a strike, curveball there.
Floyd Tord is from the Morongo Band of Mission Indians in California, I believe, playing center field.
Second pitch of the game, high for ball one. Beautiful day for baseball here in Regina, Saskatchewan. That ball was in the dirt for ball two. The count is now 1 strike, 2 balls. Here comes a pitch, a swing and a strike for strike 2. The count is now 2-2.
A good high fastball from Josh Montana. This young lad, I believe, has been all over North America.
Here we go, fall back for a count. They'll stay 2-2. So, Arlen, have you been able to get out to any of the festivities here in Regina?
I have been. I have been to the kayaking, and I have been to a little bit of fastball.
There's a ball in the dirt for ball 3, full count to Floyd Tord of Team California.
So far, we've been lucky enough to have good weather for the events or activities.
It is great to see kids from all over North America participating in these games, that's for sure. Full count pitch here. Rips it to left field. A single by number 13, Floyd Tord.
Good solid hit.
Up to bat, Daniel Giron. On deck, Stevie Stilvas, the pitcher. So we got a runner on first here with Giron up to the plate. The pitcher, Josh Montana, seems to have some really good control here. The first at bat, good bat by the leadoff batter there.
Speedy center field on first. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a steal here, Vinny.
Nice bit hit up to shortstop. Backhands it with an error. No play. So we got a E6 on Chase Pelche. Runners on second and first with number 11, Stevie Silva's batting. On deck, John Puckert. It was a tough play for Chase Pelche there. Nice foul ball. Back to the pitcher. Strike 1. So what's the similarities or differences of softball and baseball there, Arlen Zichby?
I think it's watching the release of the ball from the pitcher, whereas softball is coming from underhand, and baseball is throwing overhand, so in a downward motion, with the pitcher being up on top of the mound.
We got a ball, so the count is now 1-1 with runners in second and first.
Surprised the batter isn't moving him here.
Josh Montana taking the signals in. With a pop fly to right field. Right fielder misses it. Guys are running Mr. Tord is coming home from second with the stand-up double for Stevie Silva's.
Should have been an easy caught ball, I think, Vinny. But just right field got a late jump on it.
So we got a E9 in right field. Up to bat, number 23, John Puckert. On deck, Coda Lloyd as left fielder here. Team Saskatchewan takes a break to try calm things down here. Got runners in scoring position on third and second, with John Puckert taking some information from his coach on what to do here.
Just a quick note on this California team, Vince. This team was the first ever Native American team to play in the RBI League, which is sponsored by Major League Baseball, and they got to play in the Los Angeles Dodgers Stadium.
That is very big achievement for the team from California to playing in such big venues like that, especially major league venues.
Coming here, they're looking to repeat a goal performance which they won in 2011 and they just games in Milwaukee.
First pitch outside. Good stop by the catcher there, number 16, Joseph Cerna. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the first. Strike. We got to count it 1-1. Runners in scoring position on third and second.
Batter John Puckert, Vinny, he's from the Morongo Band of the Mission Indians in Southern California.
Pitch outside. Called for a strike. Got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caught the corner with that one there, Arlen. Some great location with Josh Montana at this at bat here. A curveball just inside. The count is now 2-2.
Good pitch on that one, just missed out inside the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's Montana with the delivery, 2-2 count. In the dirt, ball 3. Full count. No outs, runners on second and third. John Puckert looking to cash him in for an extra 2 runs here. Oh, a laser to the right field. As 2 runs will score for sure, and Puckert's coming around second looking for a stand-up triple, with the throw coming in a little late. Stand-up triple for John Puckert. Team California leads 3-0, top of the first.
Nice slash single to right field by John.
Up to bat, Coda Lloyd. On deck, Wally Smith. In the hole, Alex Marcotte. So stand-up triple for Mr. Puckert. Speedy little fella from Team California.
Dakota Lloyd hails from the Verona Band of Mission Indians, I believe. All these boys are from Southern California.
Josh Montana with the strike. Looking to go inside. Ball 1. So we got a 1-1 count here. Team California leading Team Saskatchewan 3-0. Another ball in the dirt. Runner coming home. Puckert safe at home, and a wild pitch by Josh Montana.
What happened there, Vince? Kind of fell asleep there.
We got 1 strike and 2 balls here. Yeah, Mr. Montana is looking a little frustrated with what's happening here in the first inning. Then again, Team California has a very good team from back home, and they traveled a long way. There's a strike for Mr. Montana, 2-2.
Team California also won first place in the Arizona Diamondbacks all-native tournament. So I'm pretty sure they bring their A game here today, Vince.
There's a shot to center field. Easy catch for the center fielder for 1 out here. Mr. Coda Lloyd with the drive to center field. Well hit ball. It's also to mention Team Saskatchewan have kids from all over Saskatchewan, so this is their first game together, and by the looks of it, Team California has been playing quite a while, so Team Saskatchewan has their work cut out for them here today.
That also makes a big difference in teams, Vinny.
We got a strike there from Mr. Josh Montana. 0 balls, 1 strike. Here's the delivery. A curve that got away from Mr. Montana. And Smith gets hit by the pitch and advances to first base. With Alex Marcotte coming up, pops Miguel in the hole. So what does Josh have to do there, Arlen, to calm down and get them out of the inning here?
I think he just has to get them to relax, get the batters to hit the ball on the ground, think of her easy plays.
Jack, you want to grab that? Thank you.
So it's now 4-0 for Team California over Team Saskatchewan in the top of the first. A short little lead off on first by Smith. Strike 1. Good location down low. Mr. Montana with the windup here. Inside pitch, jammed him. Oh, easy play on third base there. Mr. Talon Desjardins with an error. So just a lot of things like that with Team Saskatchewan being their first game, a lot of nerves from these young kids.
I'm sure Josh Montana has to be a little disappointed in the errors in his defensive team.
Just got to get out of this inning and regroup and get on the sticks and try to keep the runs to the minimum and the errors to a minimum here for Team Saskatchewan. Here up to bat, number 34, Pops Miguel.
Pops Miguel is also from the Morongo Band, Vinny. There's about 6 of these young lads that hail from the Morongo Band.
It's a bigger individual looking like a Mr. David Ortiz, the same number as well.
Well, let's see if he can hit like David Ortiz. See what he's got.
Slashing ball, fall down to third base. The count is now 1-1.
2 strikes. Play.
Runners on second and first, 1-1 count. Josh Montana with the delivery. Got him for a strike. Oh, that was my bad. That was strike 3 there.
First strikeout for Josh today.
Pops Miguel caught looking on a beautiful pitch outside. Up to bat, David Smith.
Thank you.
On deck, Floyd Tord, who started off this rally for Team California and looks to be getting a bat as there's only 1 out.
Wait.
David Smith from Torres Martinez. These are Kawiya Indian Band.
We got a strike 1 from Josh Montana. The delivery, strike 2. The count is 2 strikes, 0 balls.
Seems like Josh is settling in, Vince. Digging in and throwing strikes now.
So when we have 2 strikes, what's the ideal position for a pitcher there, Arlen?
The pitcher will usually, just like he just did, he threw a high fastball. Let's get him to bite and swing at some pitches that aren't in the strike zone. We got a couple pitches to waste here.
It's ball 1. So we got 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the batter, Mr. Smith. We got a fall ball. Count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on second and first for Team California as they lead this game 4-0 in the top of the first inning here in Regina, Saskatchewan at the North American Indigenous Games. A ball, fall back.
It's a nice souvenir for somebody. 2 strikes on David Smith.
Bring it up here, get Mr. Arlen to sign it for you. A great ball player in his own hand.
Josh looking for his second strikeout here. Let's see what he brings.
Swing and a fall ball. Just out of bounds.
Just out of play.
Talon Deserly almost had a beat on it there. So David Smith having a good battle with the pitcher Josh Montana. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. He's looking to go onside here. Strike 3. There's 2 outs, 3 outs here. As Team Saskatchewan looks to get on the bats and get some runs here.
In the top of the first inning, Team California scored 4 runs on 2 hits.
So for Team California in the field, pitching will have Stevie Silvas as the pitcher. The catcher will be Alex Marcotte. Playing first base is Wally Smith.
Go, guys.
Playing second is John Puckert. Playing third is Pops Miguel. Playing shortstop is Daniel Giron. Playing left field is Coda Lloyd. Playing center field is Floyd Tord. Playing right field is David Smith. As Team California takes the field, they take a commanding 4-0 lead over Team Saskatchewan. And then also just tune in to 8 p.m. each day for a nightly wrap-up show featuring highlights of the games from the North American Indigenous Games for every sport. As I'm your host, Vincent LaValle from the Cowes First Nation, and Mr. Arlen Uzichipi from the Standing Buffalo Dakota First Nation.
On the mound, we have Steve Silva. It looks like he has a pretty good fastball warming up here. We'll see how the Team Saskatchewan handles that. Beautiful day in Optimist Park here, Vinny.
Very nice day. It's good to be part of North American Indigenous Games as Team Saskatchewan mission staff, and also just to be a part of Regina, Saskatchewan, for them hosting such a beautiful event for so many athletes across North America.
This California defense looks sharp, looks pretty good in warm-up, so we'll see if the Saskatchewan team can get a ball.
They will. It'd be tough for Team Saskatchewan, a team that just was put together to play against a team that's been playing for a couple of years here. So as we finish up the warm-up pitches, and up to bat for Team Saskatchewan, Carter Crow, who is hometown from Regina, Saskatchewan.
I believe we have quite a number of Regina boys.
I think we have 6 in total from living in Regina, Saskatchewan. So they've been playing ball here in Regina throughout their lives. Regina Little League just across the road, Lou Van Drive here. Silva gets the sign. High and outside for ball 1.
Looks like he has good velocity in his ball. Be nice to put a radar gun to him.
Second hit to shortstop. Easy play for 1 out. Good play by the shortstop, Daniel Giron, with the out Wally Smith. Up to bat from the Cowes First Nation, Chase Belche. On deck, Josh Montana.
Dave here? Dave, who's doing results?
Well, I'll do it until Dave's here.
Okay, that's a phone for him.
Inside, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Until he gets here.
So I don't have to take the results from that.
Chase Belche looking for the sign from his coach. Steps in the batter's box here. A swing, strike 2. Good location by Stevie Silvas here, Team California.
Very good location.
Zero balls, 2 strikes, and a strike 3 on the outside corner by Stevie Silvas. Chase Belche caught looking there. 2 outs. Saskatchewan needs to find a way to get on base here.
Good strikeout looking for Stevie.
Here's Josh Montana, good ball player in his own right here. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Seems like Stevie has that inside fastball pitch down packed. A lot of the Saskatchewan boys are swinging hard at it.
A two-seam fastball, yeah, getting away on the batters here. Strike 2.
Nice curveball by Stevie.
So we got 0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here. Sets up outside, just misses outside, ball 1.
Stevie has a couple of pitches to play with here. You want to put him just outside the plate, see if you can get a bite from Josh Montana.
Pitch and a strike 3 with a curveball. Team Saskatchewan 3 up, 3 down as we get into the top of the second inning here. Team California 4, Team Saskatchewan 0.
Another good pitch by Stevie. Vinny. Nice curveball he has, a nice inside fastball. Seems to be his go-to pitch.
And no errors.
Saskatchewan defense takes the field. I'm sure the coach had a little talk with them while they were at bat.
A quick little talk. 1, 2, 3. Let's. What does Saskatchewan have to do better defensively, Arlen, to get back to hold Team California?
I think they have to tighten their belt up a little bit defensively. I think we had 3 errors in that first inning. It doesn't really help out the pitcher.
We got a new pitcher here from the Kansas First Nation. From the White Bear First Nation. Talon Degelet, number 5, as Josh Montana moves to third base, and Talon Degelet to pitcher. He takes a couple warm-ups. Looks like he's hitting the zone here.
This looks like the move that the Saskatchewan team might need to hold the California team at the runs that they do have. Still need to get on the bat, though, when the Saskatchewan team comes to bat.
Just make sure you can get the full access broadcast schedule and watch online at www.myaccess.ca/NAIG.
I believe we're coming top of the order in the second inning, Vince.
Yeah, Mr. Floyd tore it up the bat, followed by Daniel Giron, and then Stevie Silva is the pitcher. As Team California looks to get some more runners on base and get some more runs here.
8 for a new guy, 5 between innings.
Leading off the top of the second inning for Team California will be center fielder number 3, Floyd Toro.
In the first inning, Team California went through all 9 batters. As to why they lead this game 4-0 at the top of the second.
4 runs with a couple of errors, maybe 3 errors, Vinny, but I think Montana will be only charged with about 2 runs.
As Talon Degelet, ball 1. Inside. Degelet with the windup. Ball in the dirt, strike 1. Count is now 1-1.
Toro got on with a hard single last at bat.
1-1 count. The delivery inside, nice hit up the middle, just out of the reach of shortstop Chase Pelche. And Tord is now 2-2 in the game with 2 singles.
The shortstop, number 10, Daniel Giron.
Up to bat, number 10, Daniel Giron. On deck, number 11, Stevie Silvas. This is this Floyd Tord has got on twice, 2 bats. It's good leader we need. Team California needs.
A speedy center fielder as well, Vinny. I wouldn't be surprised if he steals any bases here today.
Like one.
Got a strike by Mr. Degelet.
Daniel Giron is from the Pueblo of Islita First Nation in Southern California.
We got a ball outside. Count is now 1-1. 1-1 count. Runner on first with a single by Floyd Tord. He's looking to get a steal. Oh, he gets caught. But we got a balk by Mr. Talon Degelet. So the pitcher was charged with the balk, so the runner advances to second automatically with a steal attempt by Floyd Tord.
Good up base running by Floyd Tord to realize that he was already in his windup.
Play.
Strike. The count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Didn't seem to affect the pitcher, last pitch, Vinny.
The pitch, foul ball back. Count still stays the same, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As it seems like Floyd Tord is trying to get in the head of the Team Saskatchewan with the stolen base.
Play. Time.
Inside and hit with the pitch. So Daniel Giron will take first. So we got runners on second and first.
That'll bring up the pitcher number
Looks like maybe the plan worked from Floyd Torrey. Threw him off a little bit.
That's the second hit by pitch this game from Team Saskatchewan, as that ball just got away from Talon Desjardins.
Play. Ball one.
Pitch up high, ball one.
Nice high fastball. Seems that he'd have to get that strike in to get the first ball by the batter.
So as Tor takes a massive lead at second base, ball down low.
For a speedy center fielder, I think the second base should be holding him on. Playing a little closer to second base.
Ball.
Foul ball there.
Good, you? Hey, how you doing?
One ball, one strike, 2 balls.
You guys released it to Jag, and you guys were supposed to.
Here's a pitch.
And you guys released the
Runner goes from 3, stolen base.
I'll call you right back. We'll deliver it.
Safe. Safe at 3 of Floyd. Good heads up base running.
Up to bat, Stevie Silvas. Pitch inside.
Easily.
Stolen base from Giron from first to second. Sorry, Arlett.
With no attempt there from the catcher. He tried to keep Toro on third, watching the double steal.
Pitch up the middle, hit up the middle. Runner coming in easily from second and third with a single, 2 RBI single from Stevie Silvas.
2 RBI single right up the middle.
As Team California takes
The second baseman number 23.
a 6-0 lead in the top of the second inning. So Team Saskatchewan getting a little roughed up here today.
Still not out yet.
Up to bat, John Puckett and Stevie Silvas at first. So Talon Desjardins throw back to first. Keep him in check here. Base ball to shortstop, out on second. With the fielder's choice for John Puckett as he ends up on first.
Second goal, run away. Pukert is safe at first.
So up to bat, we have Coda Floyd, Wally Smith on deck with 1 out. A good play by shortstop Chase Pelche, making up for the error in the first inning.
A good attempt at a double play there. A little late.
Ball one.
Pitch was inside, ball 1 to Coda Lloyd. As you can see, Talon Desjardins getting a little frustrated, so the catcher, good move by Alex Marcotte heading out to the mound and tries to calm down Talon Desjardins here.
Coda Lloyd with a fly out to center last inning. Let's see what he does here at this bat.
It's pretty intimidating for Team Saskatchewan as their host team and a bunch of
Ball.
fans coming to Optimist Park to take in the festivities today. Fall back, strike 1, count is 1-1 with 1 out.
1-1. Play.
And wind up here. Inside pitch. Hit to the third baseman. Out at second for 2 out as another fielder's choice. Coda Lloyd reaches on.
I think that's what Saskatchewan needs is a couple of easy ground outs, and to get them out of the inning.
So we have up to bat here, number 45 Wally Smith, and on deck Alex Marcotte.
See if Wally Smith gets a swing here. Last inning he was hit by a pitch.
Nice hit up to second base with an easy play for the second baseman. Samuel Felix to Darian Gamble for 3 out as Team Saskatchewan does a better job the second inning here. Get out by a nice play by the second baseman. Also, be sure to follow Access Communications on Facebook and Twitter for most up-to-date information.
There are no errors and 1 man left on. After 1 1/2, the score is now California 6, Sask no score. Pitch count for Charlie.
So any of these players that caught your eye there, Arlen, for Team California?
I like the way Stevie Silvers is throwing. And like I mentioned before, he's got the nice fastball, that inside cutter. Goes inside to right-handed batter, and it cuts back on the top of the plate. He's got 2 strikeouts so far out of the 3 batters he just faced. He's looking pretty strong.
So for Team Saskatchewan, up to the plate, we got Joseph Cerna. On deck, Darian Gamble, and in the hole, Talon Desjardins. Joseph Cerna is also the catcher for Team Saskatchewan and also resides in Regina, Saskatchewan. So another local boy here.
See what Cerna brings to the plate, Vinny. He's a catcher, so it should be able to read some pitches from the pitcher. So we'll see if he catches on here and tries to slash a single for Team Sask. Get him their first hit.
Ball 1.
Inside, ball 1. That's kind of the pitch that Team Saskatchewan's been swinging at, so good eye by the catcher. As they look to pound him inside here with the second pitch. Just down for ball 2.
Looks like Cerna has a good eye and coming from the pitcher, and seems to wait for the nice strike down the middle.
Strike 1 from Stevie Silva, so the count is 2 balls, 1 strike to the catcher, Joseph Cerna. As they look to go inside here again. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
There's that pitch from Silva's inside fastball.
So we got a 2-2 count. Looking to get away from here from Cerna. In the dirt, ball 3. So we got a full count to Joseph Cerna as Saskatchewan's looking for its first base runner of the game here. Bottom of the second.
See if Silva goes to the payoff pitch, the inside curveball.
Foul ball. Count remains full.
In any event, when a full count, Vince, what you want to do is you want to follow the ball away just close to the plate and get yourself another pitch to hack at.
So we got a good battle between the catcher of Team Saskatchewan and the pitcher of California Silva's. A 7th pitch at bat here. Silva's going to deliver the 7th pitch.
Wait.
He looks to go outside. Inside, ball 4 as Team Saskatchewan gets their first base runner. Joseph Cerna with the walk. So up to bat here we got Darian Gamble from the Beardies, Okamesis First Nation, and on deck Talon Desjardins from White Bear First Nation. So similarities as the differences between softball and baseball. In softball, it would be an automatic rule to move them over. Is it the same in baseball, Arlen?
Not necessarily, Vinny. The infielders looks like they're playing back, so they're not looking for a bunt at all. I see the outfielders, center field, playing him to pull, playing Gamble to pull. So we'll see what he has here.
We got a ball 1 there for Mr. Gamble. As he looks to pick off Cerna at first and almost, but it dropped the ball from the first baseman, Wally Smith. Good move by the pitcher, Silvas, as he caught Cerna sleeping there.
Nice pickoff play. The umpire called him out, but first baseman dropped the ball.
As you can look at the replay, he tagged him with the ball, but just lost it as Cerna took a huge step, a huge lead off first. Pitch up the middle, off the glove of Silvas, as Cerna's looking to take third with a base hit from Darian Gamble that moves base runners to third and first as Team Saskatchewan's first runners on base here.
Good hard hit line drive right back to Silva, Vince.
As you can tell on the replay here, nice hard swing just off the hand of Silvas into right field. And good heads-up play by the Joseph Cerna to take third.
Looks like Silva will be okay. Eyes went up the heel of his glove, I believe.
Up to bat, Talent Desjardins. On deck, Julian Gamble. Bottom of the second here, Regina, Saskatchewan at the North American Indigenous Games. Team California versus Team Saskatchewan. As that ball was called for a strike on the outside part of the plate. He's looking to pick him off here. He drops the ball at first. Runner advances to second. So Smith having a hard time catching that pickoff play there.
Silva's nice pickoff play. They would have had him had the first baseman had not dropped the ball.
So we have runners on second and third. No out. Talon Desjardins at the plate.
Infielders playing in.
Called for a second strike.
They keep the runners in check in case it's a hard ground ball infield.
So Mr. Talon Desjardins has to protect the ball here now at 2 strikes as they look to go away. He gets jammed inside for a foul ball. So that Stevie Silva's surprising Saskatchewan here with his pickoff move. They could have had 2 outs here. Unfortunately, Wally Smith with the drop ball. As they look to go away from Talon Desjardins here. Ball in the dirt. Ball 2. Ball 1, sorry. The count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes for Talon Desjardins.
I think the team Saskatchewan settling here, Vinny, at the plate. They're getting in the head of Silva's, I think. The errors don't help at all.
Silva's with the windup looking to go outside. And a called strike 3 on the outside corner as Talon Desjardins wasn't happy with the call.
Has a hard look at the blue, at the umpire.
So up the bat here, 1 gone. Runners on third and second. Mr. Julian Gamble with Samuel Felix on deck. As Team Saskatchewan looks to get some kind of offense here in the bottom of the second inning. Outside, ball 1 for Stevie Silvas as he's looking to hold off the runners from third and second here. The windup. Foul ball.
Surprising how far Gamble stands far back from the plate, Vince, and leaves that outside corner open to Silvas.
So we got 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 1 ball, 1 strike, sorry.
Let's see if Silvas picks up on that and picks on that outside part of the plate.
So he looks to set up outside again. That corner is giving to Silvas there. That looked a little high, but it was called a strike there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Team Saskatchewan has to do a better job of protecting the plate here.
He sets up outside again.
A foul ball. A good spot for Stevie Silvas and the catcher from Team California, Alex Marcotte.
A little high, but he takes a swing at it. Get himself another pitch.
It's been tough for Team Saskatchewan as the Team California is getting some spots here from the umpire. There's a ball up high, so give or take that corner there. 2-2, 1 out. Team Saskatchewan, bottom of the second, runners on third and second. And a pop up to the infield.
I don't know if it's deep enough for a tag. I don't know what's inside infield.
Pop up to the second baseman, John Puckert. 2 out for Team Saskatchewan. And up to bat, number 3, Samuel Felix. As Saskatchewan tries to get some kind of production here from their bottom of the order.
Runners in scoring position, Vince. A simple single should score these 2 runners for Team Saskatchewan.
So they're down to their last out here. Rally on 2. Samuel Felix looks at a strike 1.
Right down the middle. It seems Silva lost a little bit of speed on his pitch.
As we got 1 strike here. And a foul ball Just missed. Strike 2 to Samuel Felix.
Felix in a hole here, down 2. Let's see what kind of pitches he gets from Silva.
2 strikes. Play.
An outside pitch, and he swings and misses, and he's running. So it's strike. He was down 2 balls, 0 balls, 2 strikes, and the catcher misses it on a 3rd strike, which he could have advanced to first, but was running back to the dugout, which could have caused a run for Saskatchewan. So just a bunch of mental errors for Team Saskatchewan there, Arlen.
Exactly. I don't think Felix knew how many were out. As he got the strikeout, and the catcher missed the ball, which would have enabled him to run to first. Felix started walking back towards the bench, and then eventually was called out.
So the kids obviously some mental errors out there for Team Saskatchewan. They just got to get back on the field and get some outs and try it again here in the bottom of the 3rd. As the top of the 3rd, we have up to bat Wally Smith, the first base, or Alex Marcotte, the catcher, and Pops Miguel on deck. As the California leads 6-0 over Team Saskatchewan, Optimist Park, Regina, Saskatchewan. We got a lot of brave fans here, Arlen, with this weather, very hot weather here on this nice day.
Yeah, we've been very lucky with this weather, and hopefully it continues on for the rest of the games. The only good thing about the innings, Saskatchewan, is they got a couple hits and put there.
There's a lot of positives they could have took out that inning, that's for sure.
Just got to roll it into defense here, hold this California team down to their 6 runs and get on the board themselves, bust that bubble, so to speak.
More guys.
You can tell a couple of Saskatchewan guys are getting frustrated there with a couple errors in the field, a couple base running errors. So
it doesn't matter in any sport, Vince. I think errors will get stuck in your mind and throw you off your game.
Especially at being such a young age for these kids, you know, they're so young, and you know, battling this the mental errors will be they will overcome it, but it'll be tough just because of their young age.
The catcher Alex Marcotte up the plate. He got on base with an error from the 3rd baseman, I believe, last inning.
Desjardins looking for the sign.
Did not score a run, though.
Pitcher sets up here, delivery, strike 1, foul ball. Alex Marcotte looking to get on base again for Team Saskatchewan. The catcher steps up inside, ball 1, 1-1. One and one count here. Fall ball, strike 2.
Strikes. Play.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Alex Marcotte, and a pitch that gets away from Talon Desjardins. 2-2. That's the exact same pitch he tried to throw when he hit the batter for Team California last inning.
A slow, high pitch like that, Vince. Usually a curveball that just didn't bite.
Looks to go down and away. Caught looking, strike 3 for Talon Desjardins, his first strikeout of the game.
Marcotte's called over the plate for 1 away. That'll bring up 3rd baseman number 34, Pops Miguel.
So up to bat, number 34, Pops Miguel. Looking a lot like Mr. Ortiz with the elbow pad and the number, so got on base with a slashing hit to right field as he swings at a high pitch, strike 1. The delivery, strike 2.
Good hard swing Pops has here.
Just a correction here, Pops Miguel was actually struck out by Talon Desjardins last inning, so he's looking to get on base for the first time today. There he goes, swinging for strike 3. His second strikeout of the game for both players, Talendale and Pops Miguel. So up to bat, David Smith, the right fielder. And on deck, Floyd Tord, the center fielder.
David Smith also struck out last inning, too.
With the hard hit to left field. Misplayed by the left fielder as it goes right to the wall. David Smith rounding second, looking for third with a stand-up triple by David Smith. A nice hard hit by David Smith. Misplayed by the left fielder, Julian Gamble.
Just didn't quite get a read on it. The line drives are the hardest ones to read as an outfielder, Vince, whether you have to come in or go back for it.
So is there a difference coming off the bat within softball and baseball, Arlen?
It's a little harder to pick up in baseball. Softball balls are bigger, of course, but these baseballs being smaller. That line drive should be pretty hard to judge.
Strike one by Talendale. A hit up to second baseman. Grabs it, throws it to first. He's got him at first with a very close play. Good play by the second baseman, number 3, Samuel Felix, to get a close call at first there.
Very close call.
As you can tell, let's look at the replay here. Samuel Felix nonchalantly picks up the ball, throws it, and a close play. I
think they would have had a case there, Vinny.
They could have had a case if they had an argument, but Team Saskatchewan gets the third out.
30.
As we go top of the fourth inning here, as Team California continues to lead the game, 6-0. Oh, bottom of the third. Bottom of the third inning, Saskatchewan up to bat.
Landon Amy out, and then we have top of the order coming up for Saskatchewan. See Silva second time around.
Two more guys.
So has anyone from Team Saskatchewan impressed you with their play yet, even though they're losing 6-0 there, Arlen?
I think for Team Saskatchewan, the whole team as a group, they have to tighten up their errors. Desiree came in relief from Montana. He's doing pretty good with a cut with 3 Ks. So they got the pitching settled in. I think just the batting now. Need some bats on balls here.
Got a positive inning last inning that they stranded 2 guys in scoring position, so they know they can get on base. They just got to continue to hack away at the ball and get the bat on the ball. As Landon Amiot steps in, the 9th batter for Team Saskatchewan, looking to bunt, foul. With that bunt, Arlen, he has to come around more.
You have to have the bat straight out. He had it tilted a little bit to the third baseman, which gave it away. The third baseman was all over it, and he came running in on it.
Ball inside, 1-1. So Team Saskatchewan looking to get on base anyway here. As Stevie Silva is doing a great job keeping them to the minimum here. It's a swing up the middle. A nice diving play by the shortstop. Comes up throwing. Safe for
nice stop by the shortstop.
But a very good play by the shortstop, Daniel Giron. So infield hit for Team Saskatchewan. As we look at the replay here, nice chopper up the middle, and shortstop Giron comes out of nowhere to make the play. Just a little late on the throw.
I think if the throw wasn't on the ground, Vinny, I think he would have had a case to get him out on first.
Up to bat, the leadoff hitter, Carter Crow. Fall ball.
That's out of play.
Out of reach of Pops Miguel, who has a very interesting name from Team California. So we got an infield hit by Landon Amiot, Carter Crow at the plate with 1 strike.
Carter Crow likes to swing late, and he grounded out to Pops Miguel at third base last inning.
A swinging strike on a curveball. As we got no balls and 2 strikes here, so Silvas will try and make him chase here. Outside pitch, put the bat on the ball just foul.
Just reaches out, Vinny. Ball's a little high and up. Carter Crow went out and meet it, and just foul ball to get another pitch here.
We got a runner on first. Team California leads Team Saskatchewan 6-0 as Team Saskatchewan tries to get something going here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
Play.
Pitch swung and a foul ball.
Just barely got a piece of that pitch.
So Mr. Carter Crow is keeping things interesting here, following off some bad pitches that are out of the zone.
Play.
He's making Stevie Silva's work here.
Yes.
And he swings at another bad pitch high and away. Strike 3 for Carter Crow as he's looking frustrated, walking back to the dugout.
A little anxious, I think, Carter, while he's standing in the box there and getting a bad pitch to swing at.
As we got Chase Pelche from hometown Regina, Saskatchewan. His First Nation is Cowes' First Nation, about an hour and a half east of town here. And he looks for a strike 1.
Silva really has good control on the inside-outside part of the plate, Vince. He doesn't want to give the boys from Saskatchewan nothing right down the middle. Keeping check on the runners first as well.
And just be careful with Stevie's pickoff move there. You got 2 of our Saskatchewan guys there in the 1st inning. The 2nd inning, sorry, as that one's a ball for 1-1 here.
Well, Carter Crow is staying pretty close to first base, so it's not really on Silva's mind, I believe.
So another ball by Team Saskatchewan. As the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes, or two balls, 1 strike. Sorry.
Chase Pelche got caught looking in the 1st inning for a strikeout. There's a pickoff play by Silva, but like I said, Carter Crow not very far from first.
Nice Chase Pelche up to bat. Strike 2.
Inside part of the plate.
So these Saskatchewan guys, they're looking for a smaller strike zone from the umpire here, and they're just not getting it. So they got to adjust to the umpire's decision making here and protect as that one gets away for a ball.
Silva's got to be getting a little bit tired here. There's a little bit of velocity taking off that ball.
Pitch hit to Pops Miguel with a nice play. Throws it in the dirt, and the first baseman misses it. So we got runners on 2nd and 1st with an error from Pops Miguel. So up to bat, number 12, Josh Montana. As you can tell, a chopper hit the 3rd here. Pops Miguel with a nice play defensively, but just throws it away.
Pops Miguel runs in for that, and Landon Amiart would have had 3rd had any heads up running. Vince, he had no cover on 3rd at all on that play.
And then as we look back at the pickoff plays, that could have been an error for the first baseman as well, as he's having trouble hanging onto that ball. So that was 3 balls thrown to the first baseman, and he'd miss them. 2 on a pickoff and then 1 on Pops Miguel here. So we got a strike to Josh Montana.
Josh Montana strikeout looking in the 1st inning.
We got a strike there for Josh Montana, who's one of the better players for Team Saskatchewan, but hasn't been doing much yet. Looking to change that at this at bat here. As he falls one back for a strike. So just an update, we're here at the Optimist Park here in Regina, Saskatchewan, with Team Saskatchewan playing Team California, with Montana down 2 strikes here as he's looking to bunt them over on a strike.
Ball, strike 3, batter's out.
Strike 3. So he's kind of confused with, he thought he just had 1 strike while he was bunting over, so
It looks hard over the third base coach, Vince. I think the third base coach didn't realize there was 2 out on that play.
So there's a lot of things going on here with Team Saskatchewan. A lot of miscommunication as Josh Montana is the third batter in the lineup, and they're bunting him with 2 strikes. You find that pretty odd, don't you there, Mr. Uzichipi?
I don't think the head coach knew the out as Josh Montana looks hard at his third base coach. We'll see what sign he gives here.
And here's a good batter in his own right, Josh Cerna, who got on base last for Team Saskatchewan. As there's runners in second and first.
Cerna has a good eye as he got walked to first in the second inning, I believe.
So we have 2 out here as Carter Crow. Oh, Carter Crow's on base. So Chase Pelche with the strikeout and Josh Montana with the bunt strikeout there. There's a pitch outside.
Good eye on that curveball.
Ball 2.
Time, right here.
And we got a time here for Joseph Cerna as he gets back in,
2
gets
balls, 1
ready.
strike. Play.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike for Joseph Cerna. And a pitch up the middle, and a play by the shortstop. Throws it, and he throws it away in the dirt as the first baseman makes another error for Team California. So a nice, well-hit ball to the shortstop. The shortstop has been making some good, beautiful plays out there today. What do you think of his play, Arlen, the shortstop?
Shortstop was a wide range, Vince. Just a little shorter in his throws out the first. He one-hopped about 3 throws already, which could have been easy outs had the first baseman caught.
Bases loaded, and hit ball right to Stevie Silva as he's running it himself. I don't think he wanted to throw it to the first baseman.
I don't think so, Vince.
So we got 3 out.
Saskatchewan strands 3 runners on that one.
So we got a 6-0 lead for Team California on the top of the 4th inning, as Saskatchewan getting a bit more base runners as they stranded 3 runners there in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as Team California looks to get more runs here.
Saskatchewan has at least 3 hits combined with 3 errors from the Team Saskatchewan. So I don't think if they made any runs, Turner would have been tagged with those runs. Team California coming in with 6 hits.
As Talon Desley and Team Saskatchewan gets ready for the top of the 4th inning. It is now 6-0 for Team California. And also make sure to visit the Access Communications booth at the Cultural Village and tape a message for your favorite athlete, team, or say hi to mom. We also have DVDs available for purchase. As up to bat for Team California, we have the second hitter, Daniel Giron, and Stevie Silva's the pitcher on deck. This Talon Desley coming in the 2nd inning, a little better control than the first pitcher, getting some outs for his teammates. So at the start of the game, it looked like it was going to be a runaway, but Talon Desley comes in and shuts the door on Team California. So has there been any other players from Team Saskatchewan that you'd like to acknowledge there, Arlen?
Team Saskatchewan really has to work on offensive and defensive. I like how Joseph Cerna at the plate. It's a really good eye on this young lad.
As Talon Desley Throws a ball for ball 1.
Daniel Jarron was hit by a pitch in his second inning. He stole a base and scored for a run.
Talon Desley with the pitch, hit to the shortstop, and an easy play to first for 1 out. So Team Saskatchewan is getting some outs here. It's good to get the lead batter here in every inning. So Team Saskatchewan doing a good job late in the game here.
Defense coming around, Vince, but it might be a little bit too late already in the 4th inning.
Stevie Silva's pitcher against pitcher here. See who will win a battle. As a called strike 1 for Talon Desjardins.
Stevie Silva's got on and on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning.
So Team Saskatchewan gets ready to throw a pitch. A nice curveball for strike 2. As Talon Desjardins is on his way to win this battle, but Stevie Silva's is a very good batter in his own right.
Took some speed off that pitch. It's fooled Silva's, I believe.
And he's looking for a slow curveball, strike 3, Talon Desjardins. That's his 3rd strikeout tonight.
That might be his go-to pitch, I believe. The nice placement, like just the right amount of speed.
The second baseman, number 23, John Picker.
So here we have 1 down for Team California. John Puckett up to bat. And this young man has a very nice swing as he hits it foul to the left fielder for the 2nd out. 3rd out, sorry. As Team Saskatchewan gets 3 up, 3 down.
Nice quick inning is what they need, Vinny, to get back in the game here.
So Team California with a commanding 6-0 lead over Team Saskatchewan.
Who's coming in for 5? Stevie. Oh, 11. Okay, I got you.
So up to bat for Team Saskatchewan, Arlen would be
coming from Team Sask is Talon Digitally, followed by Julian Gamble and Samuel Felix.
the middle order for Team Saskatchewan has been the better hitters for Team Saskatchewan at the moment. The top of their order needs to pick up the slack, but good job on Team Saskatchewan for at least having some runners on base and getting bases loaded there, and then runners on third and second in the third inning. So they're getting base runners. They just need to know. They just got to score them here. Otherwise, it's a lot closer game than the score indicates.
I believe we have a pitching change here for Team California. I believe number 5, Lakota Lloyd, is in now, relieving Steve Silvas. We'll see what Lakota Lloyd brings here to the mound.
So Stevie Silvas does a good job for Team California, limiting Saskatchewan to a few hits and 0 runs.
And 4 strikeouts.
So good job on Stevie
Very good outing.
Silvas. So Saskatchewan just needs to put the ball in play, and
Lakota Lloyd not looking as fast as Steve Silva, so we'll see if Team Saskatchewan Bass can catch up with Lakota Lloyd here.
do you think Team Saskatchewan would have some kind of attack to attack the first baseman who hasn't been catching those balls that were thrown to him? Do you think that's part of their game plan there, Arlen?
I think right now they're just trying to get the bat on the ball and trying to get some runners in scoring position here and not worry about the first baseman. Any hits will do now for Team Sask because they're down 6-0 in the 4th inning.
As coach of Team Saskatchewan, what would you be telling your players at this moment?
And as a new pitcher coming in, just relax and settle in and have some fun out there. I mean, it's really in the spirit of the games or whatever. And this Team California is a very strong team.
So Coda Lloyd's first pitch was a strike, and the second one was a ball for count 1-1 against Talon Desjardins.
Talon struck out in the 2nd inning against Steve Silvas.
It's a pitch outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Lloyd looking like he has that curveball going to the outside part of the plate to right-handed batters.
Strike on the outside corner for strike 2.
There's a good fastball.
As the count moves 2-2 for Talon Desjardins as he's looking to get on base for Team Saskatchewan. Fall ball.
Nice hanging curveball there.
Staying alive. Battling the pitcher. So any of the uniforms, have you seen any of the uniforms on the athletes? Which ones impressed you?
I myself am not being biased or anything, but I like the Team Saskatchewan uniforms.
Ball in the dirt. Outside, ball 3.
Got a nice little battle going here, Vinny, with Talon and Lloyd.
Full count. Pitch on the way. In the dirt, ball 4. Talon Desjardins reaches bases on balls. So
there's a good start Saskatchewan needs.
So up to bat, Julian Gamble.
Julian Gamble flied out to the second baseman in the second inning, I believe. We'll see what he can do here against Lloyd.
On deck, Samuel Felix. In the hole, landed Amiot. There's a pitch outside for ball 1.
Looks like Lloyd trying to pick on the outside part of the plate. He's just missing. He got called for 1 strike out of about 5 pitches, I believe.
We have Talon Desjardins with a big lead off on first. Ball in the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls, 0 strikes against the batter, Julian Gamble.
As a California coach, I'd be looking to call a timeout and settle down Lloyd.
Gets in his windup. Ball 3 and a throw to first, trying to catch Talon Desjardins sleeping, but good play by the catcher. 3 balls, 0 strikes for Coda Lloyd. And a called strike 1. So we got 3 balls, 1 strike for Team California.
Lloyd settling into the ball right down the middle on a 3-0 count.
Pitch outside, ball 4. So Dakota Lloyd comes in and walks 2 of Team Saskatchewan players to put him on base. So we got Samuel Felix batting and Landon Amiot. So we got 2 good batters here for Team Saskatchewan to try to get something going for Team Saskatchewan.
Samuel Felix with that short mental mistake in his second inning.
As Team California leads Team Saskatchewan 6-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Outside, ball 1.
So we're trying to work on the outside part of the plate by Lloyd.
You still see no movement by the Team California coach. So good news for Team Saskatchewan is Dakota Lloyd is struggling at the plate. On the mound, sorry. Ball 2 for Coda Lloyd as he's looking a little frustrated. He's thrown 6 straight balls here as he's looking at the bench and his coach giving him direction. So 2 balls, 0 strikes for Samuel Felix and a swinging strike 1. Pitch looked
a little bit low there, and Samuel Felix goes down and tries to get it out. Would have been 3 balls had he not swung.
Samuel Felix looks like he has a swing that can put the ball out of the park. As he takes a strike 2, looking on the outside corner.
Good location by Lloyd.
A lot of these home run hitters are either you hit one out of the park or you strike out. So hopefully this one goes over for Samuel Felix here. Ball 3, so full count here. Good eye by Samuel Felix. As Team Saskatchewan has 2 base runners on second and first.
This might be the opportunity Saskatchewan's looking for to score some runs here. Lloyd doing some walking of the Saskatchewan players.
It's full count pitch. Caught looking for strike 3. So Team Saskatchewan not knowing what's going on here, as they are not taking advantage of Coda Lloyd coming in and walking a couple batters for Team California.
First strikeout on Felix.
So up to bat, Landon Amiot, a good hit last at bat here, so hopefully you get something going for Team Saskatchewan. As he steps off, looking to pick off Talon Desjardins. It's Talon Desjardins looking to get the attention of Coda Lloyd. A high fastball swung and missed by Amiot. So as you can see, there's a little wind tornado out there. As they'll take some time out for the wind tornado as it looks to be eating up all the players in the infield there. So as you look at the high strike one from Landon Amiot, up and chasing, and then there's the wind tornado.
Landon Amiot made as far as third base in the second inning.
So we got 6-0 lead for Team California over Team Saskatchewan. And just a shout out to one of the good ball players in the zone right, Mr. Rance Thompson. A great baseball player. With a strike two to Landon Amiot. Rance is from the Carry the Kettle First Nation. He's a back catcher in baseball, Team Canada. As pitch gets inside and away, so that'll advance the runners. So we got runners on third and second with Landon Amiot at the plate. Runners in scoring position. They need to get something here, Arlen. They've stranded.
A short single, a slashing single down the left field line would be a good right about now for Team Saskatchewan.
They had stranded 6 base runners in this game. As he hits a foul ball.
It's like Lloyd going back to the high fastball. Try to get Landon to bite, which he did. Fouled it off and gets another pitch here.
As we got a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes on Landon Amiot as they set up outside, and a nice hit ball to foul territory. The right fielder looking to chase it down, and foul ball. So Landon Amiot getting better, a better at bat here late in the pitches here, putting up Coda Lloyd's pitch count here.
See what you do here on this 2-strike pitch.
That was a high pitch for strike 3 as Landon Amiot strikes out swinging.
Back to the high fastball. He did that the last 3 pitches, and Landon was he swung at them. Fouled off a couple, and he finally got him on that 3rd high fastball.
So we got 2 strikeouts for Coda Lloyd on Samuel Felix and Landon Amiot. So up to bat now, Carter Crow for Team Saskatchewan with runners in scoring position. As he swings at a slicing ball is the foul ball here.
Carter Crow ground out to the third baseman in the first inning and struck out in the 3rd, I believe. And Silvas was on the mound.
Baseball is a lot slower than softball, ain't that right, Arlen?
Oh, pitching, there's a slash foul by Carter. Pitching mound of 60 feet as compared to 30, I believe. We'll see what Carter Crow can do here.
Zero balls, 2 strikes on Carter Crow. Carter Crow hasn't gone on base yet, so hopefully a nice hit here as he looks for a ball, 1 outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lloyd has a couple of pitches to waste here. He goes out far outside on Crow.
At the North American Indigenous Games in Regina, Saskatchewan, under 17 baseball. California versus Saskatchewan with a nice hit to right field.
Runners are going on 2 out.
Looks like a tough play for the right fielder, and he gets it, so 3 out with a pop up to right field. So Team Saskatchewan once again strands 2 runners in scoring position with a couple walks by Dakota Lloyd, Team California, as we get to the top half of the 5th inning.
I think Dakota Lloyd kind of settled down at the end after gave away a couple of walks.
Saskatchewan just had a tough first inning as to why the score is 6-0, but they seem to calm down a lot the next 3 innings to keep the score.
I think it took a couple of errors and a couple of hits to get them back in the game, Vince.
So up to bat for Team California, Arlen.
We have the pitcher, Dakota Lloyd, coming in, followed by Wally Smith and the catcher, Alex Marcotte, I believe.
So we got the first baseman, Wally Smith, the catcher, Alex Marcotte, and the third baseman, Pops Miguel, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts tonight. As we got a pitching change here for Team Saskatchewan. Out is Talon Desjardins, who would move to second base. And in to pitch is number 14, Deegan Gamble. So this is a third pitcher Team Saskatchewan uses at this point. And Josh Montana stays at third, Talon Desjardins at second, and Deegan Gamble, your pitcher. So coming out of the ball game for Team Saskatchewan is Samuel Felix, who was caught looking for strikes at his last at bat. 0 for 2 in the game with 2 strikeouts. As you can see with Deegan Gamble, he has a nice sidearm throw here. It'd be pretty interesting for the batters of California, different delivery type. As he gets warmed up here, I'd like to introduce myself and my co-host. I'm Vince LaValle, and my co-host is
Arlen Uzichby from the Standing Buffalo First Nation.
And we are here commentating your under 17 baseball, Team Saskatchewan versus Team California, on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
Team California came roaring out of the gates, Vince, with 6 runs, I believe.
Just for the people who are watching, you know, for anybody who lives in Regina, please come out to the North American Indigenous Games to see such fine athletes from all over North America. Come take in the cultural village at the First Nations University, and just the U of R events, the volleyball, the basketball, even at Wascana Lake with the canoe and kayaking. So there's tons of activities going on for the people of Regina to come out and enjoy, and don't be shy. Come out, bring your families, and enjoy the beautiful weather. As here we are at the top of the...
We are in the top of the 5th, I believe.
Top of the 5th inning.
The pitcher up the bat here, Dakota Lloyd.
The pitcher, Dakota Lloyd, steps in as Deegan Gamble looks to throw his first pitch of the ball game here for a strike.
Dakota Lloyd sitting at 1 for 2, I believe. A fly out in center field in the first inning, a single in the second.
Fall ball, strike 2.
Hard hit down to third base. Colo has a good beat on the ball, it looks like. Pulling him hard down the third baseline, foul.
So as Deegan Gamble, what are you trying to do for Team Saskatchewan now as a third pitcher coming in?
As a third pitcher coming in, you just want to settle in and relax and get your defense to help you out. Start with a couple errors earlier in the first and second inning. Should be calm enough and relaxed now.
A ball away, ball 1. As we got 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dakota Lloyd, the pitcher for Team California. As a ball inside, jammed, and he still pulls it to the third baseline. Fall ball The count remains at 1-2 still for Coda Lloyd.
Looked like an inside changeup, Vince. Very slow coming in. Lloyd just turned his body, turned it into it, and hit it foul just on third.
As the pitcher gets ready for the signal here, the delivery. Ball outside, ball 2.
Nice spot, just missed on that pitch.
So the count to Coda Lloyd is 2-2 for Team California as they look to get a base runner with their first at bat here. Their first batter of the inning. Another ball outside, got away on Deegan Gamble for ball 3, full count. So Coda Lloyd doing a great job for Team California, for Deegan to making Team Saskatchewan pitch to him.
Looks like he wants that outside corner on Lloyd. See what he does here.
As we got time for the batter. Getting a little confused with Team Saskatchewan and their plans to pitch to him.
Wants to settle in batter's box. Take a little bit too much time.
As he rips a ball to left center, and it gets away from the center fieldman and right to the fence. As Coda Lloyd looking to get to third with a stand-up triple. So the first batter Deegan Gamble faces, and they're contesting him at first to see if he had touched it. And they called him out as he had missed the first base with a nice hit from Coda Lloyd as we look on the replay.
Nice hard hit from Coda Lloyd. The fielder's playing wide, hits it in the gap.
As the umpire and the coach are contesting the call at first.
Team Saskatchewan defense says Lloyd missed first base going around the corner. They check him and umpire calls him out.
As we look at the replay here.
Coda Lloyd going around first. Oh yes, Vince, it looked like he did miss for the inside corner of first base.
So that's a great call by the umpire, and an even better call from the infield of Team Saskatchewan catching up with that play.
Saskatchewan gets a break here from that triple on Coda Lloyd.
So with a hard, nice hit from Coda Lloyd to left center, Saskatchewan catches a break. With a base running error.
First out of the inning with Wally Smith up the bat here.
On deck we have Alex Marcotte, the catcher. So 1 out for Team Saskatchewan here.
Wally Smith was hit by the pitch in the first inning, and he ground out to the second baseman in that second inning.
Ball in the dirt for ball 1.
So let's see if he gets a good swing here.
Have you made it to the Cultural Village yet, Arlen?
I have not. I do plan to attend and see what the festivities are on for tonight. There's a good little strike.
Second pitch called for a strike, so we got a count of 1-1 against the batter Wally Smith.
Gamble with that sidearm awkward delivery. I wonder if the California team is bothered by that sidearm. It doesn't look like it with a good hit there.
That's a good question with Deegan Gamble with that sidearm, but Team California seems to be adjusting pretty well as there's 2 hard hit balls there. And unfortunately for Team California, they were called on an out for Coda Lloyd missing the base there, as there's a hard hit to the left fielder for a single.
The catcher up at the bat here, Marco, got him first on an error by the third baseman in the first, and struck out looking in the third.
So runner on first, 1 out.
Gamble working inside part of the plate here in that first pitch.
Called for a strike. 0 balls, 1 strike for Team Saskatchewan.
First baseman questioning the umpire here.
as we get ready for the second pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and a pitch behind him.
Just behind.
Just missed him. As we got some local ball players from the area here at this event. Lyle McNabb, a great ball player for the Gordon's Hawks, first baseman. As Team Saskatchewan gets called for a balk.
That's the second time in this game Team Saskatchewan pitcher's been called for a balk, Vince.
So is this, as being a softball player and a guy who's played all over the world, Arlen, baseball's obviously way different than softball, as you'll be traveling to the Worlds, I believe, in Kitchener, Ontario this year?
That's right, Vinny. The World is the top teams in fastball.
As we wait for the pitch, a called balk and a fall ball. Oh,
It's a high ball at second baseman.
Talon Desjardins with the
Easy.
catch to second base.
Easy out.
Second base for a two-way.
As
That'll bring
there
up the third baseman, number 34, Pops Miguel.
is 2 away with Pops Miguel. The junior David Ortiz
See
of the
Pop.
North American Indigenous Games.
I see if Possum can get a hit here. He struck out in the first and the third.
So he's looking to get his first hit of the North American Indigenous Games, Pops Miguel. As that ball gets away on Gamble for a ball one. So with this World Tournament, you are playing, I believe, for the Gordon's First Nation?
Gordon Hawks First Nation, yes. Golden Hawks, I believe they're called, which play in the Rambler Fastball League here in Regina.
As the second pitch gets away on Gamble for ball two.
Pop's looking for strikes here. Gamble not giving him anything.
So Pops Miguel with a little better at bat here, but he still has yet to put the bat on ball as ball three, as Gamble seems to be pitching around Pops Miguel.
Catcher goes out to settle down Gamble.
As a coach, you think he would be going after Pops Miguel, as he's been unlucky behind at the plate here today, going 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Pops Miguel has a hard swing, and I believe if he gets the bat on ball, it should have the distance to go.
Has 4 straight balls for Deegan Gamble. Pops Miguel and Team California has runners on second and first. Up to bat the 9th hole batter, David Smith on deck, Floyd Tord.
Smith has a strikeout in the first, and he grounded the second baseman in the third.
So we have 2 out for Team California as they look to start something on a 2-out rally. Swing and a miss by Mr. Smith for strike 1.
Late swing at that, Vince. Maybe he didn't decide to go for it after the pitch was thrown. Very late swing.
A nice ball hit to third, pulled again. Dug up by third baseman Josh Montana, who easily touches his base for the 3rd out. As Team California leads Team Saskatchewan 6-0 in the bottom at the end of the top of the 5th.
Team Saskatchewan still looking to burst that bubble as they have a little meeting on the field here, try to pump each other up.
There is Team Saskatchewan has a couple more games, and so does Team California with this week-long tournament. So if it doesn't work out the first game, don't give up and always come back for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th game.
I believe this is the first game of the tournament, Vince, of the NAIG games. Team Saskatchewan is starting things off.
And just the celebrities here from the Ochapowa's Pretty Boys, Dustin Bear and Jaden Isaac, were going to the Worlds in Kitchener, Ontario here. A very good shortstop and a very good right fielder. As they look on watching the young kids play ball. As we get to the bottom half of the 5th inning here.
We're doing his warm-ups here. Team Sask and Big Josh Montana coming up, I believe.
Leading off the home back of the 5th inning for Team Saskatchewan will be the shortstop, number 7, Chase Pelche.
So here from the Cows' First Nation, Chase Pelche leading things off for Team Saskatchewan in the bottom half of the 5th inning. What's his stats today there, Arlen?
Chase grounded out to the shortstop, a K in a 3rd.
So he's looking to get on base here for the first time as he looks for a strike 1.
Looks like Lakota Lloyd is settled in finally after a couple walks last inning. Stranded Saskatchewan runners though.
Pitch inside, ball 1. Count is 1-1. As Team California gets ready to pitch, the payoff. And a fall ball, but Chase Pelche, strike 2.
Nice fastball there. Chase just couldn't catch up with that pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, plate.
You look for the 3rd pitch of the bat. And a nice hit over the second baseman for Chase Pelche as he rounds first with a single to right center.
Good swing by Chase Pelche as he keeps his hands in on the ball. Just puts it over the second baseman.
So Josh Montana had an unfortunate bat last at bat as he tried to bunt on the second strike.
Nice compact swing from Chase Pelche as I see in a replay. Gets the part of the inside part of the bat.
Chase Pelche on the move. The throw into center field. And a good backup play by the shortstop, Daniel Jared.
There's that range by Jared showing him how to back up the second baseman there.
He went and got it on the right side of the bag as he had a couple nice plays today for Daniel Jared. As Josh Montana steps in with a batter in scoring position, 1 ball and 1 strike as it's fouled back.
Had the throw been on second base, Vinny, I think Chase would have been there regardless.
A good speedy play by Chase Pelche there.
Got a good jump.
1 ball, 1 strike, plate.
He's a big swinging Josh Montana here.
Hopefully get a run scored here. Outside, ball 2.
Josh Montana is looking for his first hit of the game. Strikeout looking the first and a strikeout in the 3rd.
An unfortunate play, his last at bat as the coach signaled him to bunt.
Runner goes to 3rd, but Josh hits it foul.
A nice good jump by the shortstop Chase Pelche again as he was looking to take 3rd on that pitch, but foul ball by Josh Montana, as you said.
Pelche getting some good jumps, but I don't think the California team is too worried about him with the 6-0 lead.
Balls, 2 strikes.
Deep in the 5th inning.
Plate.
The count is 2-2. With a pop fly to the right fielder who comes in and catches it. So Josh Montana 0 for 3 today. With 2 strikeouts and a fly out to the right fielder. You know, the positive Josh can take away from that at bat is actually hitting the ball. So unfortunate 3 at bats for Mr. Josh Montana today. As we got one of the good players for Team Saskatchewan, Joseph Cerna, the catcher, who has a very good eye.
I'm impressed with this young man, Vince. He walked in the 2nd inning and he hit a single in the 3rd. It's hard hit single, so I'm pretty sure he'll get a hit here.
With the ball outside for Lakota Lloyd. Nice delivery for a strike 1. The count is now 1-1 with 1 gone.
Right down the middle, right at the knees. I'm sure Cerner wasn't expecting that on a 1-1 pitch.
As he goes back and a nice hit up the middle to center field. Chase Pelche looking to score on that play. It's going to be a very... Oh, he stands up at home with Saskatchewan getting a run finally. The score is now 6-1 for Team California over Team Saskatchewan as Joseph Cerna gets an RBI single, scoring Chase Pelche from second base.
Replay play, nice hard hit. One hopper to center fielder.
Center fieldman had a good beat on it, just the throw got away on him a little bit there. As up to bat, number 17, Darian Gamble, looking to spark a fire for Team Saskatchewan here.
Cerna gets Saskatchewan's only run.
As the ball caught the corner outside for a strike.
Darian Gamble got on base in the second inning and he grounded out in the third, I believe.
A nice hit to second baseman who has a chance to turn two. He got one at second and safe at first for 2 out.
Gamble on first in the fielder's choice here. Cerna goes in, tried to break up the double play.
Up to bat. A nice compact swing by the 17 there.
Nice turn by the second baseman. Cerna slides in, tries to break it up.
And a good hustle play by 17, Darian Gamble, to get on base. Up to bat, Talon Desjardins with the ball one. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Talon struck out last at bat.
Talon struck out in the second and he walked in the fourth. So we'll see what he can do here.
So he's 0 for 2 today. 0 for 1, sorry. With a strike one, the count being 1-1. Looking to get something on a rally with 2 out here. Runner on first. Strike 2 for Talon Desjardins as he reaches out and gets it down low.
It's a nice low strike by the pitcher. Lloyd has up in the count here, a couple pitches to waste. Let's see what he throws here.
A weak ground ball to second baseman for the third out as Talon Desjardins grounds out to the second baseman. So Team California escapes with just 1 run scored on a single by Joseph Cerna, scoring Chase Pelche of the Kansas First Nation as Team California leads this game 6-1. So we got Arlen Uzichipi, also known as the native Buck Martinez. So after the game, please tune in at 8 p.m. each day for nightly wrap-up shows featuring highlights of the games on Access 7.
I don't know these guys by name, so that's all right. Just give me.
As we got another pitching change here for Team Saskatchewan. They are putting their 4th pitcher of the game. The catcher, Joseph Cerna, goes from catching to playing pitcher, so we'll see what kind of stuff Joseph Cerna has for Team Saskatchewan as number 9, Aiden Yeo, is in to catch for Joseph Cerna. And we got a defensive change also with Talon Desjardins and Josh Montana as Josh moves to second from third and Talon from second to third. So they're just swapping positions here. As the outfield looks intact from the start of the game.
Just watching Cerna warm up here. Looks like he has a little bit of velocity in the ball. See if the California teams can catch up with it.
And there's a good swooping curveball by Joseph Cerna. Hope we'll see if he'll use that in the game.
It's good to see Saskatchewan on the board and bust that bubble for themselves against Team California.
So also, once again, we're here, Regina, Saskatchewan, the North American Indigenous Games, under 17 baseball at Optimist Park. The clouds are moving in blocking the sun, which is a good thing for the fans and the baseball players here, Arlen.
Yeah, the sun will definitely help on those high. I mean, the clouds will definitely help on the high flies. There've been a few very high ones recently here. We'll see what the Team California team can do. Should help with the defense a little bit.
As we have the catcher for Team Saskatchewan having a hard time holding on to the ball here.
That's two he let by Vince. We'll see if that plays any part in the game or not. We need fastballs because we're top of the order here for Team California, I believe.
As the center fielder,
The speedy Floyd Toro.
Now on the mound for Team Saskatchewan, number 16, Joseph Serna.
so we got on batting here Floyd Tord, Daniel Giron, and Stevie Silvas. So they'll be looking to get something here, as they haven't scored a run since the second inning.
Toro 2 for 3 here today.
As a pitch inside, gets away from the catcher for a ball.
Catcher missing those balls here, Vince. It might come into play. Missing 2 in one. I've been missing 1 just now, so we'll see if there's a runner on, if that costs Team Saskatchewan any.
A ball for a strike, so the count is now 1-1 against Floyd Tord. A wind up from Serna. Pitch for a strike 2. The count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Joseph Serna gets ahead of the count here.
Toro with a good swing. Went down and tried to go get that pitch.
They're looking to bust him inside as he back catcher drops the ball and tags the batter for 1 out. So a good strikeout by Serna.
This is one of the better players, Toro, looking.
So this Joseph Serna is a good back catcher, has good velocity on his pitching, and is a good hitter for Team Saskatchewan. So
All-around complete player, Vinny. This young lad.
as he goes after the second batter, Daniel Giron, for a ball.
Giron also 2 for 3. I'm sorry, 1 for 2. He was hit by the pitch in his second. Ground out in the shortstop in the fourth.
Pitch in the dirt. Ball 2. The count is 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out for Team California in the top half of the 6th inning. Busted inside for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes again. Giron, good eyes by the kid from California. As he looks for something to hit hard here off Serna. As he slices one foul for strike.
Just a little bit behind on that pitch.
So the count is 3 balls, 1 strike.
That's 1 pitch to waste here. Let's see what Serna
3
brings.
balls, 1 strike. Play.
With a 3-0 count, do you let the pitcher throw a strike?
I will stand there and take a chance at getting to walk, just like he did there.
Giron draws a walk. Runner on first. Up to bat is Stevie Silvas. We got a change for that. We got Raven Lloyd in for Stevie Silvas, batting in the 3 spot. So Raven Lloyd from Team California, his first action of the game today.
And keep an eye on Giron here. He has a stolen base in the 2nd inning. They check him right there. He gets back in time. Serna will have to keep his eye on him. The speedy Giron takes a nice big lead off first.
Serna looks for Giron. The delivery with a strike. So the count is 0 balls, 1 strike for Joseph Cerna, as he's looking to get out of the inning. We got one out. Team California leading Team Saskatchewan 6-1 in the top of the 6th inning.
Good pitch by Cerna there.
Down and away, called for a strike. 2 strikes, no balls for Cerna as he faces Raven Lloyd from Team California. Has a quick play to first. And safe at first, so.
Very close play at first. Nice pickup move by Cerna.
The umpire was right there. It's the correct call, so.
Runner just in back in time.
Cerna with a swooping curveball gets away from the catcher.
Nice curveball there. He gets away and runner's out on first, but runner first advances to second.
So we got 2 out with a strikeout by Cerna. If first base was not occupied, Raven Lloyd could have advanced to first.
I think he had a pretty good chance there, Speedy Lloyd.
But since first base was occupied by a runner, the strikeout stays and 2 out for Team Saskatchewan.
Only on 2 outs, Vince, is that allowed with a runner on first.
As a ball thrown by Cerna. Second pitch of the at-bat. Outside, ball 2. Seems to me Cerna is trying to pitch around the batters, trying to get him to chase when the first couple batters he is going right at him, as this being his first inning of action here for Team Saskatchewan.
John Puker here, he has been hitting the ball.
They try for a pickoff play. Not close.
Puker scored a run in the first. I got out on a fielder's choice in the second and a fly out in the fourth, I believe.
A pitch and a chop to shortstop, and it gets away from Chase Belcher. A tough play from the young man. It was hopping in front of him and unfortunately didn't come up with the ball. So Puker reaches on base with an error to shortstop Chase Belcher. As we take a look at the replay here, just a short hop hits him in the legs and gets away on him. So
very tight hop on that, Vinny. What do you have to do there is back up and take it one more hop or try to get in and get it off the ground. Tough play.
As the pitcher gets to steal second, no throw by the catcher. Ball 1. So Team California up to bat at the top of the 6th as they lead Team Saskatchewan 6-1 here. The ball on the outside corner for a strike. The count goes from 1-1.
Good location on that pitch. Cordell Lloyd, good hitter here, flat out in the center field. Got on first and a second. And then that hit a triple with a protest on first. He called him out.
So some very good at-bats for Cordell Lloyd as he swings and takes strike 2 with the count being 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cerna way ahead in the counter. Let's see what he does.
Looking for the payoff pitch here. And a nice swooping curveball gets to the shortstop. And he misses it again for an error. So Chase Belcher with 2 errors on the play has runs coming to score. Giron and Puker on the error to Chase Belcher.
Should have been an easy play from Belcher here. A couple of hops here.
Gets a little bit confused from the runner running in front of him which is an unfortunate play, but you got to have the mental awareness to stick with the ball.
Had the ball hit the runner, Vince, he would have been called out.
So here we are, 2 outs with a 8-1 lead for Team California.
Wait.
So Team Saskatchewan obviously very frustrated here in today's game, as a couple of errors costing them runs, and you know, you just gotta sit back and relax, and breathe, and focus on the next batter.
Good pitch there by Serna, inside part of the plate, swing strike. Runner goes here.
Hit softly to the pitcher. Serna taking his time. Goes at the first for an out. That's 3 out for Team California. Saskatchewan gets to the bats here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Saskatchewan gives up 2 more runs there.
So as we see, the score is 8-1 for California over Team Saskatchewan.
After 5 and a half, the score is now California 8, Saskatchewan 1. Pitch count for Serna, 21.
So you look at the replay here, soft hit to the pitcher, a nice play.
Takes his time, make sure he gets sure of the out.
There's a beautiful view of our fans here at Optimist Park, with Coda Lloyd taking the mound once again for Team California, as Team Saskatchewan used 4 pitchers today to California's 2. So Coda Lloyd struggled a little bit in his first inning of pitching and settled down a lot, allowing the 1 run for Team Saskatchewan, as Stevie Silva's pitched a good game for.
Had a couple of walks in that first inning with Dakota Lloyd, so he will be charged with that 1 run.
And just again, you can get full access 7 broadcast schedule and watch online at www.myaccess.ca/NAIG, NAIG. You can also follow them, Access Communications, on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date information. And also tune in every day at 8 p.m. for a nightly wrap-up show featuring highlights of the games. So up to bat, as we comment, Toby Opikikyu is batting for
Julian Gamble.
Julian Gamble. This will be his first at bat of the game. The pitch, strike 1 for Coda Lloyd to Toby Opikikyu.
Nice pitch right down the middle. That's what you want to start off the batter right away, is get a strike, get it out of the way.
And a swinging strike of Opikikyu as he steps out of the batter's box and swings. So what you want to do is step forward towards the pitcher as you swing.
See what the pitcher does here. A couple of pitches to waste, inside or outside.
An outside pitch for ball 1 as Toby Opikikyu is looking a little nervous with in the batter's box there. Looks like he's stepping away, but stay in there. A nice slider from Coda Lloyd for a strike.
Nice pitch sequence there by Lloyd. 2 strikes, a ball, and another strike. Outside, getting swinging at something that wasn't in the zone.
So here we got number 8 batting.
Landon Amiot, I believe, for Samuel Felix.
Landon Amiot batting for Samuel Phoenix here. So it seems to me the coaches are putting in the substitutions here at the bottom half of the 6th to get them some playing time, to get the starters rested for their next game. Whether it be tonight or tomorrow, I'm not sure, as there's a called strike 2 with a pop up to the infield for the third baseman, Boss Miguel, for the second out.
Good swing on inside part of the plate by Amy to get a piece of the ball there.
Number 2, Dean Gamble.
So off the bat here for Team Saskatchewan is Thien Gamble from the Beardies and Alcamaces First Nation.
Number 2 is in now. That's D4 18 right here.
So Thien Gamble steps into the batter's box to face Coda Lloyd of Team California, with Team California leading 8-1. The pitch.
Thien slashes that foul on the right. Pitcher going right after him as a new player coming into the game. Going right after Thien.
We got 0 balls, 1 strike against Thien Gamble. Pitch was outside, ball 1. Count is now 1-1 with 2 out. No runners on base for Team Saskatchewan as they look to get something going on 2 outs here. Pitch pop up to the second baseman with an easy catch. So we got a fly out to the second baseman, John Pukerton. Top of the 7th will come Team California with an 8-1 lead. So we're in the final inning of this game between Team California and Team Saskatchewan. An 8-1 lead for Team California as we look at this at bat replay for Thien Gamble. A lazy pop up to the second baseman.
California, I think, putting it on cruise control here, Vince.
It's always good to run those pop flies out because you never know what will happen in this game. As I believe we have our 5th pitcher of the game for Team Saskatchewan as they're waiting for the catcher to come up. Looks like Toby Opikaku will be coming in for Team Saskatchewan in the final inning of this game.
Try to hold Team California to their 7-run lead.
And this is kind of a good thing for Team Saskatchewan coaches to kind of get their players in as the game is a little bit out of hand here. Get a lot of players in, as you can tell. Number 6 for Team Saskatchewan has moved to shortstop in place of Chase Pelche, who had a few errors last inning. So just a couple minor changes out in the field and a lefty on the mound in Toby Opikaku.
See what kind of damage control Toby can do here.
As Team California comes up to bat, I believe that is number 24 for Team California, which is Sean Martin, who'll get his first swing of the baseball game here. So he's looking to get something going against Team Saskatchewan as he'll be facing the left-hander Opikaku. Any difference coming from the left side and the right side of pitchers when it comes to batting there, Arlen?
Well, usually when you're batting against an opposite-handed pitcher, your percentage is more likely to go up. As Martin steps in there, he's batting against a lefty. I'm sure he has a better on-base percentage as he would a righty. We'll see. Only time will tell here. We'll see what Martin has brings to the plate.
So in baseball, they're always looking for that lefty-lefty battle.
You want the opposite-handed battle. If a righty's batting, you want him batting against a lefty. So as a left-handed batter, you want to bat against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, so for the managing defensive team, you want to put a lefty against a lefty. Is that how it goes in major leagues?
That's correct.
As Opikaku warms up with Aiden Yeo. And Martin waits on deck. So it looks like Opikaku has a good delivery there as he tries to keep the damage to a minimum here at Optimus Park in Regina, Saskatchewan at the North American Indigenous Games. So what would you be looking for Team Saskatchewan in this last inning, Arlen?
As Sean Martin coming into the game here, I think the Opiki should go right after Martin. Get the first couple strikes out of the way. Martin looking like a big boy, though. Looks like he might be jack one out of here. Should be a good matchup either way. A fresh pitcher and a fresh batter.
Nice two-finger fastball in the outside corner for a strike. Fall ball.
Kind of threw off Martin on that kind of little off-speed pitch. Martin just caught just the tail end of it.
As we're getting the second pitch of the bat here.
Comes right down the middle.
With a nice hit ball to the right center. As the right fielder picks it up and throws it into the second base. Missed the cutoff man on a base hit for Sean Martin of Team California.
Martin singles into right field. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 34, Pops Miguel.
Pops Miguel still looking for some numbers here for batting average.
I believe he walked last at bat.
Got a walk and 2 Ks. Both swinging away.
So he's 0 for 2 today, and as he steps in for his 4th at bat here. Lefty against lefty. Ball outside.
In this situation, it would be in Opikaku's favor coming inside on Pops Miguel as he's a left-handed batter.
So Opikaku getting ready for the windup here. A pitch inside, and Pops Miguel twists on it and sends it fall for strike.
Martin gets second on the box.
Blocked ball by Opikaku. Pops Miguel breaks his bat, I believe, on that swing.
He snapped it on his knee as he thrown it into the dugout.
Regardless of that balk ball, Vinny, that was a good inside pitch by Opikaku. That's exactly where you wanted to pitch Pops Miguel.
So did he with the block, when you're in your throwing motion, you can't step off the mound?
You can't step off the mound as a runner tries to steal a base. You have to deliver it right to home plate.
As Pop Miguel steps in for 1 ball, no strikes, runner on second. And a slicing hit to the left field. Drops in there, misplay by the left fielder as Sean Martin steps up home, and Pops Miguel easily with a stand-up double. With that run, California has 9 runs in total to Saskatchewan's 1.
Seen a replay here. Opikaku comes right down the middle. Pops Miguel just swings under it, puts it over towards left field. Anytime you go right down the middle of the plate, you should expect a hit to come, whether it's fair or foul.
So here comes David Smith for Team California with Pops Miguel on second. The delivery outside, ball 1.
There's a small curveball working on the outside part of the plate to Smith.
As Opikaku tries to relax to throw a pitch here.
Outside part of the plate here, good location.
Caught the corner for a strike. The count is now 1-1. Runner on second for Team California as they lead the game 9-1 over Team Saskatchewan.
As I mentioned before, Smith standing way back away from the plate. Opikaku working outside part of the plate.
A high fastball swing and miss by David Smith. The count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Opikaku goes by the outside part of the plate.
His fastball is kind of tailing downward there at the end.
Smith leaving lots of room there. Runner goes.
Strike 3, David Smith for 2 out. Runner steals second, Pops Miguel.
Smith goes down swinging for 1 away.
The big guy, Pops Miguel, stealing second. Got a great jump on that. On an off-speed pitch, so he had a lot of time.
So up to bat, Floyd Tord from Team California, the center fieldman, the speedy center fieldman.
Floyd Toro, among other 5 other members of this California baseball team from the Morongo Band of the Mission Indians in Southern California.
A pitch called strike on the outside corner. We are at the top of the 7th inning in the under 17 baseball at Optimist Park here in Regina, Saskatchewan. Pitch on the inside.
Just foul. Toro batting
foul.
500 here.
As he is up 2 strikes with no balls. As it looks like Team California brought some fans with them all the way from California to watch their children participate in the North American Indigenous Games. As Pikachu steps off the mound for another balk, and Pops Miguel comes in for a 10-1 lead.
That's the 4th balk ball, I believe, Vince, the Team Saskatchewan's coach.
So whether Team Saskatchewan's pitching coach needs a talking to, or obviously the pitchers ain't picking up on the right techniques of pitching on the mound here, as that could be Floyd Tord with a pop fly to left field and caught easily by the left fielder for the 2nd out of the inning.
Short flies out left for 2-way. That brings up the shortstop, number 10, Daniel Juan.
As you look at the replay, Floyd Toro went out and got it. Pop up to the left field as the pitch was down and away. So off the bat is Daniel Giron for Team California. And he hits a blooping single to left center as that drops. So a good at bat by Daniel Giron taking the first pitch.
Giron wastes no time at all going after that fastball pitch right down the middle.
So off the bat is Raven Lloyd. Not sure the relationship to Clayton Lloyd, who's a bench player, but Coda Lloyd, the pitcher, as well. They would have some kind of connection, I believe. As a ball outside against Raven Lloyd.
Raven Lloyd, Lakota, and Chayton from the Morongo Band of Mission Indians in Southern California. 3 players from that band.
So we go for a pitch here. Up and away, ball 2.
Raven Lloyd came in the 6th inning, relieved Stevie Silvas. Had a strikeout his first at bat. Runner goes here.
Runner goes on a wild pitch for the 3rd ball as he's looking to round second. And this gets away from Talon Desjardins, and he stands up at second with a stolen base.
Good heads up running by Giron.
As up to bat is Raven Lloyd here. So we got a special guest up in the booth here from the Ochapowace First Nation, a fine ball player himself, Preston Henry.
Good inside pitch. More pick a cue.
Pleased to join us, lefty himself, baseball player. As the count goes to 3-1 against Raven Lloyd. And a pop up to the sec.
Just might be in there, drops fair.
As the runner advanced to second on a pop up to shallow right.
Raven Lloyd gets his first hit of the game.
Floyd single scoring Juan. Advances to second, and that brings his plate. In the baseman, number 23, John Players.
So off the bat here for Team California, John Puckert. As the runner stands on second.
High fastball here. Puckert got on and scored a run in the 1st inning. Fielder's choice in the 2nd. Strikeout in the 4th.
We got 1 ball, no strikes here for Toby Pikachu. With a laser right to the back catcher for a strike. 1-1. 2 out.
He got on a 6 on the air at a shortstop and he stole a base as well.
With a swooping curve, down and away for a ball. This Puckett has been a good batter for Team California here. Team Saskatchewan looking
Runner
good.
goes here. Stand up. Third.
Team California seems to be taking advantage of Team Saskatchewan's pitching delivery here, as he hasn't been able to catch on with a couple balks here and a couple runs scored. That could be getting in the young man's head there, Toby Opikakiu, as he throws inside for ball 4 as Puckett takes first. And Daniel Giron on third. With 2 out, as California leading Team Saskatchewan 11-1 on this beautiful afternoon at Optimist Park here in Regina, Saskatchewan at the North American Indigenous Games.
Saskatchewan calling timeout here. Discussing probably a double steal. He has to steal the last inning. John Kluckert.
So kind of a late coaching call here from the coach, as this is the first mound visit after such a long day for Team Saskatchewan. You think he would come out a little bit earlier than he has. What do you think he's saying to his teammates right now here, Arlen?
Right now he's trying to settle down the pitcher, and Opikakiu having trouble at the mound here, giving a walk and a couple of hits. So relax and let's get out of the inning here and try to get back on the base when they bat.
So it's good to see some local celebrities from around here. Once I said Lyle McNabb of the Gordon's Golden Hawks here, who's going to Worlds, along as with Arlen Uzichipi of the Golden Hawks going to Worlds. And Rance Thompson, who's a fine baseball player himself. And also glad to have us here is Preston Henry. So another good baseball player, good pitcher, good lefty with a nice zooming fastball here. But back to the game, we got a ball on Toby Opikakiu here. 2 out. The delivery looking like he's just lobbing those in there now, Arlen. What's going on at the mound there?
Looks like Team California put on cruise control on that second last pitch there. Ball was on the ground, and first base runner John Pickard didn't go. So it looks like they're taking it easy now.
Ball gets away from the back catcher, and Daniel Giron easily scores from third base. On my mistake, that's Raven Lloyd coming in from third on the wild pitch. So Toby Opikakiu's confidence seems to be down a bit here after giving up a couple hits and not hitting the strike zone yet. So all he needs to focus on is this batter to get out for Team Saskatchewan. And as we got a strike for a 3-1 count against the batter for Team California.
Straight up in the air. Let's see if the catcher has trouble. No.
Got a late jump on it. Wasn't sure where it was. Once he found it, it was too late. So Team Saskatchewan trying to get out of this long inning.
Full count of 2 out. Chaitin with the bat here. Don't think Pickard will be running hard here with a 12-1 lead. Runner goes, comes down the middle hard, hit in center.
Center fieldman Chase Pelche catches the ball to end the top of the 7th inning. Team Saskatchewan coming to bat. Their final at bat as Team California scores 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning to take a 12-1 lead. Once again, please tune in 8 p.m. each day to wrap up the following highlights of the games. Check out the Access Communications YouTube page for previous day content. Media Access under -CA And you can also get the full Access 7 broadcast schedule and watch online at www.myaccess.ca/NAIG for all your updates on today's baseball game and other sports that are being broadcasted within the venues of the North American Indigenous Games. As we got a new pitcher for Team California, number 9, Clayton Lloyd.
Lakota leaves the game with 3 strikeouts the last 2 innings.
Now on the mound for Team California, number 9, Clayton Lloyd.
So the final inning for Team Saskatchewan. What do you tell your players there, Arlen?
Right now with a 12-1, you're down by 11 runs, Team Saskatchewan. You're just going to try get the bat on the ball and get some swings in right now. Team Saskatchewan has pulled some of the starters and put in some of the bench players, get them some playing time. Maybe saving them strength in the arms of some of the starters for Team Saskatchewan.
As a previous bench player, Arlen, is it hard to come off the bench and into the game?
Will be number 6, Carter Crow.
We have Carter Crow up here up to bat. Still looking for an average yet.
Here's Carter Crow off the bat for Team Saskatchewan. Up and away, ball 1. Here we go for the delivery. A pop-up behind home plate. And a good jump from the catcher, just missed. So strike 2 for Carter Crow.
Puts the count at 1-1 for Carter Crow.
We are here at the bottom of 7th inning. Team Saskatchewan batting. A high pitch, and he goes up and gets it to the first baseman for 1 out.
Calling off everybody, makes an easy catch.
Toss out to the first baseman for 1 away.
Sun is right above us, Vince. No trouble at all there.
Carter Crow just goes up and gets it, so kind of a bad pitch selection there. A good selection, but a bad at bat for Carter Crow there. And here the Cowes' First Nation athlete, Chase Pelche. He's had a couple errors at shortstop and made a fine play in center field for the last out of the last inning.
Chase Pelche was caught looking, and he got on in the 3rd inning with an error to the shortstop. Got on in the 5th and stole a base, scored a run.
Ball outside, bringing the count 1-1. He gets down and get that for right to the center fieldman. Oh, who has trouble but makes the catch. Floyd Tord with a good catch. He's had a fine day at the plate today, Mr. Tord.
Just a low fastball. He goes after and chases, goes down and gets it, and pops it straight up to the center fielder.
So 2 out for Josh Montana, who has yet to have a hit in this game.
Josh struck out once, looking, swinging, and he flew out to the right field.
He is one of the better players for Team Saskatchewan, but he's having a rough outing here, as he's been all over the States playing baseball. A nice, fine athlete here. As he takes one fall from an inside pitch. Count is now 1-1. So Team Saskatchewan will have to regroup after this game and get ready for tomorrow's game, as they
1 ball, 1 strike.
getting a lopsided loss here by the looks of it to California. As ball was pitched, was blown away for a ball. Brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. As Clayton Lloyd winds up the delivery.
Josh hits a high foul. I believe it's coming over the catcher. Just missed it. Almost made a good play out of it.
Mr. Martin, number 24 for Team California. Sean Martin coming in late in the game to take over the back catching duties from Alex Marcotte, number 16. As Josh Montana has a good at bat here against Clayton Lloyd of Team California. Pitch outside for a ball, full count.
Good eye from Josh Montana here, looking for something down in the middle of the plate. We'll see what he gets here from the pitcher, Lloyd.
He gets a good hit to the left fielder for a single.
Good solid hit there.
So his first hit of the North American Indigenous Games baseball tournament, Josh Montana.
Alberta and Wisconsin.
And up to bat, Joseph Cerna, also another good young player from Team Saskatchewan who's having a very good day for Team Saskatchewan at the plate.
Cerna was walked in the second inning, single in the third, got out on fielder's choice in the fifth inning.
So he has a little versatile with him. He started out as a catcher and pitched an inning or two for Team Saskatchewan as he swings and misses for a strike, bringing the count 1-1.
Cerna being a complete player, I think, on his Team Saskatchewan.
As he looks for a strike. So it's good to have athletes that play all kinds of positions. I know, Arlen, you growing up, you've played all 9 of them. So, you know, it's good to have players like that.
Cerna being one of them here, trying to get hit. Runner goes.
High and up for a ball, advancing the runner to second on a stolen base. I don't think California is worried about the base runner so much, eh, Arlen?
Not at all, Vince. They're looking for Cerna here to get a hit. Maybe cash in another run before the close out the game here.
That's up at full count. 2 out, full count runner in scoring position. California leads the game 12-1 over Saskatchewan.
See what he serves up Cerna here.
Up and away for a ball. 4 runners on first and second,
That'll bring up number 17, Darian Gamble.
with Darian Gamble coming to the plate, the 5th batter in the lineup for Team Saskatchewan.
Gamble with a couple of hits here in the game. Grounded out in the third to the first baseman.
Pitch falls in for a single as Montana stays at third. As Daniel Giron got a late jump on that. He's made a few good plays at shortstop today, Arlen, especially that one diving play in the first inning.
Very wide range he has. I don't know why Montana didn't go. There's 2 out. Even if the shortstop did have a beat on it, would have been 3 out anyway.
Team Saskatchewan has made plenty of errors today on the base pass and batting and pitching with about 6 balks today. As Talon Desley steps in with a strike 1. And he rips it to third, and Poss Miguel easily picks it up and steps on his base to end the contest, with Team California beating Team Saskatchewan 12-1 with under 17 baseball here at Optimist Park in Regina, Saskatchewan.
Pitch count for Lloyd, 21.
I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to Access 7 Regina. We will see you again. Take care. Have a great games.
Take care, folks.